Hello, everybody. Today I'm back with the brand new update for Dr. Mario World. Now, normally I'd unlock a bunch of characters and everything here, but I only did 2 openings to get the brand new character, and well, that's all it took. So, next episode we'll be seeing Blooper, as well as the unlocking, the 2 openings to unlock him. Still waiting on Lemmy. I'm not going to waste any right now. He's got a very low chance to unlock him, so I'm not going to waste any coins or doctor tokens on him right now, but hopefully they'll increase him at some point, or at least another doctor or increase in general. I'll go back for him or something. Anyways, moving into this first level here, we've got a brand new mechanic, which is basically the flask mechanic, only so far it seems like it only spawns in good things. Like bombs and shells, and they still can get in the way at some instances, but for the most part they're going to help out. And especially with this stage, there's a lot of crates that you're going to have to break. If you want to do it quickly, you can just bring in Roy, and he'll most likely do most of the job for you. Or even Bowser, if there are no bombs anywhere except for in those bottom 2 rows. Dry Bowser could get rid of those bottom 2 rows really quickly. So there are a lot of good character choices for this first stage. But basically, if you aren't using those characters, you want to get some bombs down in those sections. And if they don't spawn there, you can just keep placing stuff, and eventually they will spawn in. Now also, you're going to only get double reds. So I guess you also get rainbow capsules as well. But you're not going to be fighting for specific colors. You really can't complain about that kind of RNG messing you up. But once you get rid of all the viruses, remember, you still need to get all the crates as well. And some of the bombs might help you out with that. Otherwise, it shouldn't be too hard to handle. And you should get 3 stars before you even count up all the points for the capsules as well. Definitely the easiest stage in this world, just to introduce the new mechanic that they have there. Although it's really not that new. It really is just the flasks again. As far as I can tell, at least. Other than, like I said, it spawns in specifically what it's showing. The flasks, I guess, don't tell you what's going to spawn in. Let's move on to this level here. Now, I just beat this on my first try, and I don't think what I did was the best strategy to go for. But I guess it did end up working out. I really didn't care about the bubblers at all. And you definitely could. You could bring in a character like Bowser Jr. to make sure that the bubbled characters go away a lot quicker. But I just didn't even bother avoiding them in any situations. And also I got rid of all the middle crates right away, so this kind of middle section here is me building back up. As you can see, I do the strategy where I do 2 of each color, so if I need to get rid of them quickly, I can do so. But unfortunately, I did get rid of it there with those reds, and I'm most likely going to have to build back up again at some point. Also, there is a row of blocks at the top that have coins in them that you'll have to hit at some point, and if you don't have those bubble viruses there anymore, you'll have to go back for them. You could also try and rely on the cannons lining up where you need them to go, because they will hit the crates a few times, or not the crates, the blocks a few times, which can be helpful. Otherwise, you can just go on top of the blocks as well and just avoid most of the bubblers entirely. There are some on the top, but you probably won't need to hit them that often, and you could even save it to the very end so that there's nothing to bubble anyways. But if you get an extra colors that you don't necessarily need and you have those blocks still up there, I would suggest just placing them there and trying to do that while you can. But the rest of the stage, you will most likely have all the viruses away from the bubblers, so you're probably not going to bubble anything anymore, and now you're just going for the remaining ones. And maybe I just got lucky and the bubbles weren't placed that badly, but honestly I don't think this level was intended to be that difficult. Again, the cannons can do a lot of the work for you. If you get lucky, they can also just spawn in random places that will do nothing for you. Like, that placement was pretty good. 2 blues lined up next to each other, I hit both of those blocks at once. I just have that one final block, and now I can just go for the remaining viruses. I already have 3 stars, so I really wasn't worried at this point. But I also have the point boosting assistance on, so 3 stars shouldn't be much of a problem for any of the stages. Although I will get into that as we go into the next stage, which is considered a hard stage, and is the hard stage of this video. And I would have to assume I wasn't the only one that had trouble with it. I played it for about 45 minutes, honestly. 20 of it, or probably half and half, was with Wario, and then I switched over to Wendy, who I ended up beating it with. Either one, I think you could end up beating it with. I felt like you had to get lucky a lot of the times. Oh, I am talking about a level that is not going to appear yet. This level I did have to redo once, but I did it with Wario, and I don't think it's that bad. And it also is not the hard level. Here I decided to try something and not go for the bombs. In the end, it really didn't matter, and if anything, might have been better to just go for the bombs, but I thought I'd try it out. For the rest of them, I just go for the bombs. I'm not sure if it goes better if you get rid of them right away. I honestly don't know. I feel like they could do some of the work for you, but also you kind of just need to go down the middle of those 2 columns anyways. So I don't think it really matters. But anyways, the coins are available to you sequentially on both sides. So you need to kind of work on them both as you go. Now also, they're all iced as well. If you want to bring in someone like Ludwig to get rid of the ice, you can do that. But otherwise, you're going to have to get rid of some of the viruses so that you can easily get to the coins underneath. Like you can see, that red one is covering up that yellow one on the left side. And then I just have some coins to get on this right side. Now all the coins are unlocked. And at this point, it is basically getting all the rest of the viruses. Now, in both of the times I played this level, it ended up being like a lot of one color left over. It seems like there are a lot of yellow left over, but in reality I'm going to have a lot of reds to deal with because they're both iced. I really have 4 reds and 2 yellows to take out. So you might want to keep in mind with the rainbow capsules that some colors are going to be used more than others, and you might want to save those rainbow capsules for the colors that there are more of. I think I had a lot of yellow the first time I played, so it can be different colors. Either way, I'm not sure how close I was in the point wise. I think I did just fine, but without the point boosting assistance, I don't know how many points I would have gotten. Now this is the stage that I was talking about before, where it's really hard, and if you got lucky, who knows, you could have beaten this first try. You definitely could. And I basically did the same strategy every time until it ended up working out, which normally wouldn't be great. Also, I had a really good start here where I got rid of that whole side right away. My strategy with this was, I'm trying to think how I want to explain this. I mean, anything that's open, I go for. And also, after you play this level a while, you know which ones are in awkward positions, and which ones you want to get when they're available to you. That blue one I just cleared was one that is kind of in an awkward position, and since it was open to me, I went for. Another strategy I tried a lot was putting a single of the same color in between the barreled viruses, and then clearing one of the viruses and then using that one in the middle to get them all out of the barrels. That way it would just take one double capsule to get rid of all of them at the same time. Also, if a bomb spawns in the middle, that is really good because it gets rid of the barrels as soon as you hit one of the viruses and that bomb. But I'd imagine if you had Lemmy that this level might have been a lot easier because the barrels often are one of the biggest problems, and if you can get rid of the barrels it might go a lot smoother. But then again, I was using Wendy to get rid of the blocks, so it might also not work out because you have a lot of blocks in your way instead. The blocks did end up being annoying for me a lot, and that's why I chose to use Wendy. Also, she was a suggested doctor, although I did think to try and use her before I looked at the suggested doctors. But this round was one of the better rounds I had already because I sold 15 capsules and quite a lot of the viruses gone already. Now this left side is going to be a bit difficult to get to. After I get this blue virus here, I'm going to have to work my way up to that. And there's going to be a lot of stacking up if you leave some of the top viruses behind. Right now I have to get rid of this yellow one, as well as all three of those red ones in the barrels, which would definitely be difficult. I would suggest hitting them all at the same time. If only I had used another, like a double blue in there, then I could have saved the double red to get rid of all of them afterwards. Unfortunately, I don't think I had that option. And also, I messed up a lot with this yellow virus in the corner, but I get a pretty lucky bomb right here that makes me not have to deal with it anymore. Although, I will have plenty of yellows towards the end, so it won't really matter. But at this point here, I'm just trying to get rid of that yellow. Now I really, really need a double red. I luckily get it. Wait, no I don't. I don't think I get one. I think I just end up going for it, and then Wendy, yeah, she gets rid of the one that I need her to get rid of. So really Wendy saved the day there with that random chance. If she would have got rid of either of the other ones, I don't think I would have won. But the one that she got rid of allowed me to win. So there was a lot of luck involved, I think. And you might have a lot of trouble with that one. Again, I gave you a few suggestions for who I think would be good doctors. Honestly, it could be possible with Wario. I just thought that Wendy might be a better suit. Honestly, not sure. Let me know in the comments what you did to pass that level. Anyways, I moved on to this one, which of course I beat on my first try after spending 45 minutes on the last one. A lot of shells are going to spawn in, and they'll do most of the work for you. Honestly, if you just want to place things randomly until some shells spawn in, not a bad strategy. They will clear out most of a line for you depending on where they spawn in. If they spawn closer to the left, most likely they'll get everything. If they spawn closer to the right, you might have to go back for some stuff. But yeah, like I said, the shells are going to do most of the work for you, and then if you don't have any shells that are doing anything, try and hit some of the bombs or open viruses. And most likely as you place stuff, some shells will go into the spots that you need. And there are some blocks you'll have to hit in the middle as well. Towards the end, I build back up to the top to hit those remaining ones. If you want to bring in Wendy to make that a little bit easier, you could definitely do that, and I think it would work out just fine. Honestly, I think you could bring in any character on this one and you'd be fine. But who knows, really. I'm sure there are some characters that are better than others. But yeah, at this point, there isn't much to it. Those shells both spawn into places that I need to get a few more hits in. I believe I go for all the viruses first, and then I hit the remaining blocks at the end. The thing about the shells spawning in on the left side is that they will hit the blocks in the middle twice, whereas if they spawn in on the right side, they will only hit it once. So something to keep in mind when you get some lucky placements. If you get a lot of ones on the left, the blocks might go away a lot quicker. If you get a lot of them spawning in towards the top, you might only have to work on the blocks at the bottom towards the end of the level. But we're going to get rid of this one here, and I do my strategy of placing two of the same color as you go up. Get rid of these remaining two blocks, and then use these colors to get down to the bottom again. And I had plenty of points remaining to get the 3 stars on this one. So anyways, I'm going to be working on the next set of levels. I'll probably have the next one up today as well, and then most likely the next 2 will come tomorrow. But thank you guys for watching. Thanks for supporting me in this time where the videos are coming out a bit slower. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Again, thank you for watching.